Hello, we're live. This is Ian Rogers from Northstar College. If you're joining us today, this is a session of how to use a dictionary for English language learning. Our session is hosted by our curriculum coordinator, Dylan Anderson, and he will be joining us shortly to give this presentation about study skills for using a dictionary to be a more effective English learner and improve your independent study skills. These sessions are hosted on a weekly basis. So join us every Tuesday at 5 p.m. East Africa time for another session. Also, please leave your comments in the YouTube comment box. If you have any questions for Dylan, our presenter, we will answer them. And you can communicate with him directly because this is a live presentation. So welcome to all of you and enjoy the session. If you're not able to catch it, it will be on our YouTube channel. Make sure and follow us, YouTube, Northstar College. Over to Dylan now. Thank you very much.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you, Ian, for the introduction. Yeah, so my name is Dylan Anderson. I am the curriculum coordinator at Northstar College in Hargeisa, Somaliland. And this is a new kind of installment or episode of our study skills workshops, again, with the purpose of helping become a more independent learner. So today we're going to talk about dictionary. Great. So the first question most students have when talking about dictionaries, I think, is using a dictionary versus using the Translate app on your phone. So using the Translate function on your phone is the easiest way to find the meaning of a new word. So it's not, as a teacher, I can't really ask you to stop using it because it's so easy to use. But with Translate, maybe think of a couple things. If you know it's kind of a simple word, if you know it's not like a new vocabulary word, not a new kind of more advanced word, but just kind of a simple word that maybe you forgot or that you've seen before, Translate is perfectly fine for that. I think for the most part, it just um, it can give you a very simple meaning quickly. But I think if you really want to benefit in terms of learning vocabulary long term, you should be using a dictionary for most of your vocabulary needs. Now, there's many different kinds of dictionaries that you can use. You can use an English Somali dictionary. And actually, the co-founder of Northstar College, Awul Hashi, has wrote the premier English Somali dictionary, and you can purchase those at Northstar College in Hargeisa. So if you want a copy of an English Somali dictionary to kind of carry around with you, you can actually buy one at Northstar College. So yeah, so that is one benefit of Northstar College, is founded by the co-founded by the person who wrote that dictionary. The next is a monolingual dictionary, basically just an English to English dictionary, which is the most common one that you'll find online. Next is a collocation dictionary. We're going to talk about what that means. You can also find specialist dictionaries, a dictionary for law or for medicine, or, if you're in a specific field, if you work in a bank, if you work in finance, you can find specialist dictionaries for those purposes. And so really, because, there's so much vocabulary in any language, you should really study the vocabulary that's most important to you, right? So if you work in medicine, focus on, words, that are important to your professional field. You don't need to spend time learning, words from other professions. An electronic dictionary, which is most of the time what we're going to use. I don't expect you to buy a physical, like a book dictionary, unless it's the English Somali dictionary from Northstar College. We have a learner's dictionary, which we'll speak about. And then there's also something you may not know about. It's called a thesaurus. And you can find this online, and it's actually not, it's just a way to find synonyms. You know, you put in a word, and it will give you the same words with the same meaning, or words with the opposite meaning. So for example, a synonym would be like find and discover. That is what a thesaurus can give you. And it can also give you opposites like find and lose. So that can be really convenient if you just want to know like words with the same meaning to develop your vocabulary. That can be very helpful. Um, so first of all, a collocation dictionary. Collocation is two words that go together to make a phrase. So something like do business, do nothing, go shopping, go running, make an effort, make a decision. I guess I said two words, but it can sometimes be more than two words. So for example, if you say make an effort, you have to combine the word make with the word effort. You can't say do an effort. You can't say go an effort. You have to use the word make. And I use the puzzle pieces here for a reason, is that the words go together kind of like two puzzle pieces. And if you try to use another puzzle piece, it won't work. But this can really help you study vocabulary. There's a couple of websites that can give you collocation dictionaries. One is macmillandictionary.com and another is called freecollocation.com. Yeah. Great. So yeah, so freecollocation.com. So that can really help you study your vocabulary. And you can learn multiple words at once, which is really beneficial. Great. Now, one thing that is going to be most important for you is a learner's dictionary. Now, um, um, sorry, and excellent. Just one moment. Um, Great. So comparison between learner's dictionary and normal dictionary. So a learner's dictionary can provide you with a simple definition of a word. If you think a normal dictionary, the definitions are too difficult, um, you can use a learner's dictionary. So we'll compare between the two. So for example, we take the word optimism. This is a normal dictionary. Um, it says, number one, a doctrine that this world is the best possible world. Or two, an inclination to put the most favorable construction upon actions and events, or to anticipate the best possible outcome. Um, so these are like pretty difficult definitions, right? Um, and so what you can do instead is is go to a learner's dictionary, which is going to look something like this. So, so for example, optimism, a feeling or belief that good things will happen in the future. That's a little easier to understand, right? Um, so it gives you a simpler definition than the normal dictionary. So if you compare the two, you can see that a learner's dictionary is can provide easier um, can can provide you with um, simpler definitions. And so I'm going to put that in the chat. Actually, I'll put the website. You just go to what's called Learners Dictionary, learnersdictionary.com. Great. Yeah. So I just put the link in the chat right there. Excellent. Good. So yeah, as you can see, very kind of more complicated definition, and this is a much simpler definition. Excellent. The last thing I want to speak about is different parts of a definition in a dictionary. So this has kind of all of the different parts that you need. And this is why hopefully you'll see that a dictionary is much more useful than a than using translate. So for example, I have this word here, procrastinate. Some of you may know what this means. Some of you may not know what it means. And procrastinate, as we can see here, is a verb. And so that's the first thing it will tell you. So the first thing is that it's a verb. Okay, one moment. Let's see. Excellent. Okay, good. All right, let's keep going. One moment. Okay, so hopefully we can continue now. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's go back to the present. Okay, so if we go to different parts of a definition, the first thing we see is procrastinate is a verb. And so that will tell you. Now, sometimes you can see different parts of speech. So sometimes a verb is sometimes a word is there as a verb. Okay, so I'll just try to continue. I apologize for the disturbance. So the first thing it will tell you is the part of speech. So it will tell you if it is a verb, a noun or an adjective or an adverb or a phrase or any sort of different kind of word. Now, the next thing it will show you, you'll see a word here with dots kind of in the middle here. And what that tells you is the amount of syllables. Now, a syllable is like how many sounds the word has. So for example, procrastinate. So there's 4. So it can help you with the pronunciation of the word as well. This is written in kind of what's called the phonetic alphabet, or kind of like the pronunciation alphabet. And then this is just a photo, but on the website, on a dictionary website, you can usually have the sound of the word, so it can help you with the pronunciation as well. So here, it only has one meaning, but it might sometimes have 2 or 3 meanings, different meanings. So here it says to be slow or late about doing something that should be done, to delay doing something until a later time because you do not want to do it because you are lazy. And so I'll give you the definition here. Again, in a learner's dictionary, it might be a simpler definition. This is a normal dictionary. So and then my favorite part maybe of a dictionary is that it gives you It gives you example sentences to use. So that can really help you if you're studying vocabulary. You can write down the example sentences. So that can really help you put it into context. That's one of the best things that you can do to study vocabulary. So, for example, he procrastinated and missed the submission deadline. And sometimes that can help you understand the meaning more than the definition sometimes. So he procrastinated and missed the deadline. It means, he waited to do it. He was kind of lazy and he missed the deadline. The second one is he told her to stop procrastinating and get to work. For example, you know, um, like the manager told the employee to stop procrastinating, stop, wasting time, and get to work. Lastly, just want to speak about benefits of using a dictionary in general. Unless you are using a Somali English dictionary, which is fine, it depends on what is comfortable for you, the process will be completely in English. And so this can help you think in English instead of going back and forth between Somali and English. The second one is you can learn more words from the definition of the word itself. So learning one word could help you learn 3 or 4 different words. So, maybe, so say you look up 5 words in the dictionary, that's what you're trying to do for your studying. You could end up maybe learning 15 or 20 words just from using a dictionary. And also, a dictionary will help you see different meanings of the same word and how they are used in sentences. With English, as I'm confident with other languages, but I know in English, one word can have, many different meanings. So you can see which one is the meaning that you're looking for, maybe for your class, but then you can also see how it's used in different contexts and different sentences, and it can help you expand your vocabulary. So if you make a habit of using a dictionary to learn vocabulary, it can really help you with learning vocabulary overall. Yeah, yeah. So that's it for today's session. Thank you for all who attended. Let me check if there's any questions in the chat. It doesn't seem like it. So yeah, so I think that can be it for today. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you next week.